A lot of industries in this world have taken a hit as a result of COVID-19, and performance artists are one especially that have really been lacking the ability to kind of do their thing in the midst of all of this social distancing and quarantining and things like that. Of course, being fans of virtual reality, one thing that we know is that there's a lot of opportunity, especially when it comes to using VR as ways to help bridge the gaps and kind of find solutions to the problems that the pandemic has introduced. Now, there's a guy named Kyle Render who has seen an opportunity here. This is a guy who was performing stand-up comedy live before the pandemic hit, who now, as a result of this, has seen an opportunity to create a comedy club inside Altspace VR within virtual reality. And now this comedy club is fully incorporated, is completely legit, and has real professional stand-up comedians coming into virtual reality to perform sets. So I had the opportunity to go in there and I got to see a real-life virtual reality comedy club show, and it was an amazing time. I'm really excited to kind of show you some of my experience and introduce you to some of the comedians and the people who helped make this possible. I'm Alex. I make virtual reality videos. If you're into virtual reality, consider subscribing and liking, and let's go.
Yeah, I don't listen to music like this. I'm sorry. There any prepubescent boys that want to go ahead and start the heckling? Because that's what I got last time.
I want a coupon.
One boy about the age of audibly 12 told me that I wasn't funny, and he was very right. I do a lot of comedy, and I've been doing comedy for years. I had a British man come up to me after a show one time. He was like, I think your act would go over magnificently in the UK. And that's how I found out that I'm not funny. I was like, oh, shit. Hello. I'm a stand-up comedian.
Yes, John.
Hi, how are you? I'm a big deal YouTuber guy.
Dude, you're a big YouTuber guy?
Yeah.
In Kyle's, he's the first person that I'm, to my understanding, is the only person who's running comedy shows that are completely in VR, which is something that I knew was eventually going to happen at some point because I've been working with a VR company creating content since 2017. So I've seen the potential for stuff like this for years at this point. And now that it's actually happening, I'm not surprised, and it's just really cool that it is happening because it does emulate a pretty spot-on comedy experience without all of the inconvenience of actually having to go somewhere.
So I'm a veteran. Any veterans in the house? Yeah, well, fuck y'all if I can. I envy you're not being a veteran. So I joined the Army right out of high school. Went to war a couple times. That was crazy. Pretty much wished I had joined the Air Force every day I was in the Army. But it was cool, made me tough. I never had to shoot anybody, which is cool. That's good. That's
Nice.
Always a plus. Had several occasions of people pointing AK-47s in my face and screaming at me. But I would just smile at them, give them a wink, give them some finger guns. Pew, pew, you know what I mean? I can do a little jig and dance, smile at them. You make somebody smile, you make somebody laugh, they don't want to hurt you.
Outside of that, though, this whole VR thing, I know is new for a lot of people. It's been new for me. It's pretty cool. It's helped me out in ways I never even really thought. I initially bought it just to play video games, like old boy was saying, and just murder people online. And also I got it to study the female anatomy a little better, and it's such a great study resource, right? So I originally did buy this strictly for gaming, like I kind of mentioned tonight, and I had it for maybe a week, and he was like, "Cool, glad you got it," and he put me to work. But and it was cool, man. But I did absolutely I've been playing a bunch of games and shit before, and I've been having a blast with it. The experience is just unfolding. I'm even taking a creative writing course. There's so much things that are going on, and it's weird to see how the human collective is just evolving past this pandemic, and VR is the front runner of it.
Mm-hmm. God damn, that was well fucking spoken, man. I
Yeah,
love it.
especially after the fat girl on the light.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. Like,
But the point
it would be
we're not at a comedy
Together.
club. We're not at
Yeah.
a bar. But we're making these connections, and we're having these moments that we otherwise would not have, and that we've actually longed for. And that's why this is such a prime time for this technology to fly off.
And it was an article that said recently they said that there was Delta passengers taking an airplane flight, and they were just so happy to find out that the pilots were actually a mother and daughter team. It's not that often I see a 767 with 3 cockpits.
boom.
Hey-o. Slow burn. Thank you, Santa. Santa's like, come on, bro. You're getting that fucking presents this year. That's what's up, dude. Thanks, Santa. I had a company back in 2016. It was called Level 2 VR. And we put out a game called Deadhead VR that was on gear. It was on like all the gears. And then Oculus put it on the Oculus Go without telling me, which was pretty funny because it didn't actually have motion tracking. It didn't have a controller. You just tapped on the side of your head. So I'm like, why'd you guys port that shit? You know? So I've been in VR, for about 5 years now. I had 5 DK2s,
Wow.
and it was really my mission and my goal to open up like a VR arcade on wheels. Like we'll do birthday parties and shit. And that was always my passion, right? But the funny thing is that my passion turned into my divorce in real life. Right?
Ouch.
And then the divorce turned into me doing stand-up comedy in real life, and that's where I met Al and all that kind of shit. And then I stopped doing comedy in real life because of COVID, like everybody else, and I already knew Al, and it's so fucking weird, dude. Like, who would have thought that because my passion was VR, that it would turn into my divorce? That then now I'm doing VR comedy is like mind-boggling to me.
And you're sitting apparently on the side of a highway right now.
Actually, I'm at a Circle K.
Oh, that's a classy establishment.
I've been doing comedy at clubs all across the country, and then all of a sudden COVID hit, and it closed all the clubs. Now I've been working like steadily for the last few years, and when this hit, it really affected my whole fucking life. My whole income was based on my comedy. Every weekend I was making good money. I was paying my fucking mortgage. And so I didn't know what to do. And out of nowhere, Kyle hits me up and goes, bro, you got to check out this new thing. It's called Altspace VR. And he was trying to sell me on it. But I'm going to be honest with you. I was not feeling it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. And he just kept pushing. Eventually, I downloaded it on my PC because I'm not a gamer. I don't do any of that. This whole fucking pandemic is going to inadvertently throw us into this new fucking dimension. And it's inevitable. It's going to happen full-fledged. Like, everybody's going to be in here at some fucking point.
Because of COVID, the hardest hit group in the entire U.S. economy has been entertainers. Because it's not like you lose your job, you go on unemployment, no big deal. You're furloughed, no big deal. I mean, they've been shut down, and they don't get furlough. They don't get unemployment. They're just done. And here you are at home, no income, nothing to do, no way to, do what you love, because there's no availability for it. You're legally not allowed to. So what we did is we went ahead and we started up a comedy show. Now it's spawned into comedy and music, to give live performers a way to produce and do something. And honestly, it's been a godsend. This is a brand new platform. It's the closest thing you get to reality. And honestly, with COVID and everything else, I mean, it's the way to go.
As a fan of comedy, I would say that this definitely is the way to go right now, especially considering that live shows simply aren't happening. And you've heard it here straight from the performers that this is a way for them to still do their thing too. So check out Failed Surrender Comedy Club. I'll have some links below in the description. They are on Facebook, so click on those, check them out. They do shows on Thursday nights and Saturday nights, and you should probably get in there and check it out. It's hilarious. So thanks again. My name is Alex, and we will see you next time. Take care.